Today, I feel very inspired to talk about fuck you. Because when we don't really know what fuck you means, we often can get really triggered. When someone says fuck you, it feels very threatening. It feels like, oh, it's a little bit too much. And often we get even more defensive. We feel triggered and we don't know how to navigate these situations. And once we know what fuck you really means, then we don't have to react to that. And it's only that it's a misunderstanding. When someone says fuck you, we don't really understand what it means. This revelation, this insight that came actually from one of my clients. And we always work on something that feels very threatening, very triggering. And I worked with her on a situation that happened actually with a truck driver. There was a truck driver that pulled in front of her car without signaling anything. And so she honked and he looked from the window, and this truck driver with, missing teeth just shouted at her in anger, and he said, fuck you. And so she felt so triggered. Everything, all her emotions just came up and she didn't know what to do with it. And it reminded her any time in her life when someone is so rude and they say these things. And so I don't know if you ever had somebody like this in your life. Maybe you're already enlightened enough that you have nobody like that in your social circles. In which case you are missing this opportunity to really realizing what fuck you means, because it's so beautiful. And it's, once you know what it really means, it brings you so much love and compassion into your life. And you never have to be scared of people telling you fuck you into your face, because every time when they say fuck you, you will just have the feeling of love and compassion. So with my client that just felt really triggered, we did some work on her self-image, and it came from her because she noticed in her own words. And without the self-image, it's the deceptive us that we trying to protect ourselves and our story. Without it, when that was collapsed, she was able to look in the truck driver with completely new eyes. She looked at him through the eyes, without the story, without the self-image, and she just saw a scared little boy. She saw that in the moment that she honked that car really hard, because she was afraid about her life or about her car, he was just about to turn and he didn't see her. But in the moment that she honked really hard, she realized that he must have been actually really scared. And so what she recognized in that moment, and it was so beautiful, she recognized that when he looked at her like in anger, it actually wasn't anger. It was fear. And what he really was saying was, I am so scared. Because imagine you driving and suddenly someone just honks at you, like right next to you, like of course you get so scared. And so she was really great at discovering the true meanings of these words, because really fuck you doesn't really mean anything. If someone yells at you fuck you in a different language, you just don't know, it just sounds like a sound. There is no meaning in the words. There is only meaning in what we put in there. And so I just wanted to share with you today that fuck you is only, I am so scared. And so when you see that someone is yelling at you how scared they are, it can bring you this compassion and love, like, oh, I get it, you're just scared, I get it. And in a space of compassion and love, no reaction is possible, no defensiveness is possible, no protectedness is possible. That's liberation.